Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I'm going to give the 7th update of our portfolio, and as you can see we made a huge jump in our monthly dividends, so there is an additional 5.53 Swiss francs that we are going to be paid every month, and that's of course great news because in that way we creep closer and closer to our end goal. It's still long gone, but far off, but we are getting closer, and that's the thing that counts when you are dividend investor. So I'm going to go over today about what we bought for our portfolio. So the first ETF that we bought was the LDEG, or as you know, with the different ticker symbols here in Europe and the UK, you can also find it under LGGE or LDEU. And then we also have the FLXD or the FRXD. And yeah, what I'm going to buy in June for our portfolio, that's the SDGPX. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. But yeah, I'm definitely going to follow still the plan that we had. So investing 900 euros plus the dividends back into it, because I haven't reinvested them yet. So we are sticking to the plan for now. Then I'm going to talk about the value of our portfolio, also the dividends that we received this month, and then of course the predicted future yearly dividends and the dividends that we expect for in June. So we bought LDEG, and that was on the 24th of May. So we bought 81 pieces at a price of 12.15 Swiss francs. You will see this is actually not that great for the total value of our portfolio because the price dropped a bit. Today it's 12.11, and yeah, the total price that we paid for that was a little bit less than 1000 Swiss francs. And then we also bought FLXD or D, FLXD. I also always say D because that's the pronunciation in Flemish. So excuse me for that, or Flemish or Dutch. So we bought 21 pieces of that. It's not that much, I know it's not that great with a total cost of 11 and a bit. It's a huge percentage compared to the buy-in price, but yeah, I made an exception now because we could put in the extra money. So I did it anyway because it's also going to pay a nice dividend in June. So if you look at our portfolio right now, so with LDG now we have 178 pieces, and for FLXD, I'm going to pay attention that I say D every time now. We have now 94 pieces. And of course, yeah, the price went up compared to last month. But here you see we bought at 12.15. So actually with buying in 81 pieces, we actually made a small loss in the past 4 days, 5 days with that, but that's okay. And the FLXD D, it's unbelievable. I can't do it. So you have to get used to it as well. It's 27.895, and we bought it at 27.86. So there we have a small profit after only 5 days invested in it. But actually everything went up this past month. And it's funny because today we almost have a loss of an extra 500 Swiss francs with the way the stock market went down today. But still, the past month was really great. So seeing a drop of 500 Swiss francs, it's actually nothing compared to the profit that we made the past month. So As the GPX, it went up to 29.045, so in total almost 37,500 Swiss francs. GLDV, it went up to 28.415 Swiss francs, so almost 3,000 Swiss francs there. VHYL, it's completely round number, 60 Swiss francs, so we have 3,300 Swiss francs in that one now. And XYLF, it went up about 10 cents, and that's about the dividend that is going to pay out tomorrow. It's not going to pay, it's going to go ex-dividend tomorrow. And yeah, it went up a bit, so that's also truly amazing for us. So if you look at the value of our portfolio right now, so at update number 6, so on the 26th of April, it was 46,134.77 Swiss francs. Now with 81 pieces of LDEG and 21 pieces of FLXD added, so here it's the conversion rate of euro to Swiss francs. So we actually invested 580.38 and 984.15 Swiss francs net into those two ETFs and 24.30 Swiss francs in costs. So in total that makes a total investment of 1,588.83 Swiss francs. And I know what you are going to say. Hey, you said 900 plus 500 Swiss francs you were going to be able to invest. But wait, I'm going to get there. So the total worth now on the 29th of May at the end of the trading day is 49,243.52. It's a huge jump, but it's also a huge amount that we added in net addition into these stocks for those ETFs. So in total it's a jump of 3,108, but actually the amount that we already had at the end of April, that rose 1,544.22 Swiss francs. But still, that's a rise of 3.35%. So that's really great. And we also receive dividends. So as you know, it's a dividend channel, so the dividends can't lack here. So the first dividend that we received was from XYLF. So it came actually a little bit later than the next one that I'm going to show, and it's important because here you see the exchange rate, and it's 0.90829, so 57 pieces, and we received 0.114 US dollar pro stock. So in total it was 6.50 dollars. And GLDV, that we received a few hours before, because it's on the same day, on the 10th of May, that we received both dividends. But there the exchange rate was 0.90631, so already a drop of 0.2 cents. But in total there we received $31.34 for the 105 stocks that we have of GLDV. And then of course we also received the dividends from our two satellite stocks. So in total that was 246.6 Swiss francs. And so the 1,588.83 Swiss francs that we invested this month was actually 1,342.23 of our own money that we invested extra this month. So yeah, with the costs, it was 445 Swiss francs that we could invest extra on top of the 900 Swiss francs that we always save every month. So it was a little bit less than the 500 that I predicted because we had, unfortunately, an unexpected cost. So yeah, it was 55 francs that we had to pay extra, so not that bad, but yeah, nothing to complain about. So it was a really good month for us. Also with the rise of the value of our portfolio. And next month will be the normal 900 plus the reinvestment of the dividend from SDGPX that we still have from April. So I'm still going to stick to the plan that we originally have for SDGPX, and that is 300 euros every month, gathering them for 3 months and then investing them in one go, together with the reinvestment of the dividend. So yeah, the doubts that we had last time, they are gone for now because it wasn't a huge amount this time, but the previous amount of dividend was of course much higher, and then it's really difficult to let it just stand there not being invested yet. And yeah, we can invest this month in FLXD because that's in euro, and when we buy that, it immediately gives a dividend the next month. So it's always a bit hard to wait with reinvesting the dividend, but actually we are used to it because we did it for years. The value right now, as I said, it went up 1544.22 Swiss francs, but we also received the dividends from XYLF and GLDV. So it's 5.90 Swiss francs and 28.40 Swiss francs, considering the currency rates of that day. So this is actually then, instead of 1544, it's 1578.52, and that's the biggest rise that we've seen, so a rise of 3.42%. That's incredible. The total dollar amount on Swissquote that we have right now, that we want to invest into the emergent market ETF, it's $126.75, so still not enough. I think I'm going to wait till around 500, a little bit less than $500 to reinvest all those dividends, which is also hard, but because now the amount is getting bigger and bigger. So next month there will be an addition of VHYL. So it will be around 150, I think, then, but we will see next month. And then the predicted future dividends. So the previous update, it was 2,635.31 Swiss francs per year. That is our predicted future dividend for our ETF portfolio, and 219.61 Swiss francs per month for our ETF portfolio. And now with the 81 shares of LDEG and the 21 shares of FLXD, or FLXD, I should say. So we are adding those dividends of each quarter to our annual dividends, and if you calculate it, that amounts to 67.23 euros per year. And I must say here the 0.32 and the 0.7133, that are the dividends from June from last year. So they aren't announced yet, so I don't know how high the dividends are going to be this year in June. I hope not less, but if it's less, of course, you also know it's just a prediction. It's a rough estimation. So it can deviate, but then later on these numbers can be higher as well. So At the end of the year, I will make a wrap up for the whole year, and then use the numbers of the year that we are having right now, and then it's also a rough prediction for the year after, so you also have to keep that in mind. But we added in that way 66.35 Swiss francs per year, and this gives a rise of 5.53 Swiss francs per month to our total number per month. So now we have 2,701.66 Swiss francs per year, or 225.14 Swiss francs per month. So we breached 2,700 Swiss francs, so not only 2,650 but even 2,700 already, and now we are getting paid more than 225 Swiss francs per month, which is it's wonderful. We are getting closer to the 300 Swiss francs per month mark, the amount with which we started our journey in SDGPX, and that's really nice. And the dividends to look forward to in June, so they are from VHYL, so our world ETF. Then we have the LDEG and the FLXD that we bought extra from at the end of this month. And of course, XYLF. I already mentioned it in the previous video of the update of our portfolio. And there it was said that it was going to be the 27th of May, the ex-dividend date, but they moved it to the 30th of May, and it's going to be paid out on the 7th of June, the dividend of XYLF, and it's 9.4 cents, so dollar cents, that is going to be. So a little bit lower than the one from this month that we received, but from the end of last month that we received, but it's still okay. It's a nice amount of cash flow that we always receive from XYLF, and it adds to the dollar amount that we have on our Swiss quote account. So in that way, we are getting closer and closer to the $500 mark, so that we can reinvest into the emerging market ETF, and that we can finally start investing into the emerging markets as well, because right now that is in fact missing in our portfolio. And with that being said, I thank you for watching to this one. I hope you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It went up with 10 people since the last update that I gave, so I'm really happy about that. Also, the fact that some of you hit that like button helps out the channel enormously, so thank you for that as well. And thank you for watching, and see you on the next one on my YouTube channel. Bye.